These days, Smashburgers are the Air Jordans of the burger world. That is everywhere. So for today's challenge, I invited two experts, burger scholar George Motz and home kitchen guru Kenji López-Alt. They're going to show off their Smashburger skills and teach us some history and technique along the way. And, as always, I've got a little something special up my sleeve. Here is your ultimate Smashburger masterclass.
Yo, what's up, guys?
What's up, Alvin?
How's it going, Alvin?
Good to see you. Good to see you. I wish we could see each other in person, but this will have to do. How's everybody doing?
Doing good. Yeah, keeping busy.
Doing great.
That's good.
Hustle alive, making food, making burgers.
Excellent, excellent. Well, today our episode is all about the Smashburger. Smashburgers are the new standard of burger making. It's the craze right now. Why do you think that is?
Well, I would say it's an old standard that's just been sort of recently repopularized.
Yeah, I mean, I think people are very nostalgic about hamburgers to begin with. And I think that when people start to realize that hamburgers predate, the fast food guys like the McBurger Kings, they went, wait a minute, this style is older than those fast food places. 50s? It goes back to when? It goes back 100 years or more. You're actually tasting history in there.
It kind of maximizes flavor, it's like because you're getting so much of that browning on there. It's like eating like a potato chip, it's like that salt and that crunch.
All three of us have different approaches to the Smashburger, and it would be great to show everyone our perspectives. For me, I always just try to come up with creative, weird ways, and I have a little something special for you guys to kind of show you what I've been working on.
My burger is going to get a little weird too.
Mine will definitely be the most historically accurate. That's for sure. It'll be historically accurate. No, I may be in costume, by the way, just so you know.
Oh, I can't wait to see what goes down.
If we're going to talk about the history of the Smashburger, we need to go all the way back to the beginning. Welcome to Georgie Burger. Can I get you a hamburger? Why do they talk like they're all Irish? I don't know. Today I'm going to make for you the Smashburger they would have made 120 years ago, at the very beginning, the dawn of the hamburger age. I got so excited about it, I even built an historically accurate tent. I had some custom equipment made. I had a special spatula made. This one happens to be a barbecue fork with a piece of metal attached to the front of it. The beginning of the hamburger age was all about making do with what you had. Again, hang on. It's also hot as balls out here. The very first burgers that were made in America were actually Smashburgers. There were no patty formers. Nothing was standardized about the hamburger business at all. One of the reasons that I love the Smashburger so much is because it has a very, very deep history. At the end of the 19th century, hamburgers really didn't exist in restaurants. Mostly you'd find them being served at state fairs and from street carts, which were pulled to factory entrances to feed the working class. A small ball of beef would be placed in a skillet or handmade shallow tank and pressed into the shape of a patty using a custom spatula. Made quickly and cheaply as possible, these itinerant stands stained the burger's image. And in 1906, when Upton Sinclair's groundbreaking book, The Jungle, exposed the inner workings of the meatpacking industry, it spelled doom for the hamburger. In 1919, White Castle restored the image of the lowly burger by emphasizing safety and consistency. Owners Walt Anderson and Billy Ingram designed the restaurants in the shape of castles. White signified cleanliness, while castle symbolized strength. Inside, you'd find young men wearing clean white shirts and paper caps. Rules were strict. If their paper hats got dirty, employees were instructed to throw them away. They went through so many caps that in 1932, Ingram started his own paper hat company to supply the growing burger chain. The experience of eating at White Castle was all about spectacle. Men would slide porcelain plates down the counter as they called out your order, allegedly coining the term slider. In their goal for efficiency, White Castle standardized the burger bun, which helped usher in a scalable fast food hamburger for the masses. Even with the rise of White Castle, many burger operations were still crudely constructed. The combination of makeshift tents and pans filled with hot grease, with nowhere to dispose of it, meant that burger stands were in danger of going up in flames at any moment, and often did. New technology revolutionized the slider thanks to the invention of the grease catch on flat tops. With these clean, ultra-hot surfaces, burger cooks could explore new methods of preparation, leading to the rise of super crispy, lacy-edged burgers from places like Working Man's Friend in Indiana and Carl's Drive-In in Missouri that remain hallmarks of this style to this very day. This is the story of the Smashburger. All right, let's do this. So what do I have here? I have a tank. Now, back in the day, they would have cooked in a skillet, but at some point they would have graduated to a larger, custom-made tank, just like this, because they realized that people actually like the flavor of beef that was cooked in tallow. So this actually is a tank that is full of rendered beef fat. So they would literally put the beef into the tallow, just like this. They would do nothing more than press them into shape, just like that. And that's how the hamburger was born. It's almost like we're deep frying the burger here. Also, they would do this really cool thing I've noticed in some of the old pictures where they would keep onions at the top corner of their tank, just sitting there kind of sitting in the beef tallow, ready to be used as a very happy condiment, and arguably the only condiment from what I can tell. Cheese doesn't come around for another 25, 30 years. If the guy was making hamburgers on the street, he would have had to go to a local baker. You couldn't go to the store and buy hamburger buns. He had to actually go buy dinner rolls at a baker. These were actually made by my local baker, Caputo's Bakery in Brooklyn. Step up and get the best Georgie. Ow, shit. I'm covered in grease. How did these guys do this back then? Back then, it would have been 5 cents, turn of the century. By 1910, I've noticed they were about 10 cents per burger. They would take some onions from the top of the griddle and put them over there. Just stick them over there, right? There we go. Put the bun on top. And there you go. Original American hamburger right there. Oh. I've been transported. I've gone back in time. I find it fascinating that the Smashburger has gotten so popular recently, but I want to make sure people understand this is no fad. The Smashburger is the first burger. Georgie burgers, only 5 cents. Oh. Take it away, Alvin.
Motz showed us the history of a Smashburger, but I'm gonna bring us back to the present. Wait for it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's called the flapper. What is this? The flapper. You're basically just folding over a smash patty, creating pockets of cheese. That's almost like a Jucy-Lucy. It's almost like a Hot Pocket. And when you're biting into it, cheese just gushes out of it. Who doesn't fucking want that? I saw a burger at Ms. Known where they folded over like a taco. I thought that was super cool. And then I saw Herds kind of just smashing burgers like freestyle. And I thought that was super cool. It was texturally crunchy, juicy. There still had some soft pieces of beef in it. And I wanted to have that same like flavor explosion in this particular burger. Let's get it! I have these guys, but those aren't gonna cut it. Today, I'm calling in the big gun. This is at least 5 pounds of pure stainless steel. This is Amboy Burger Blend. It has chuck, it has brisket, it has a whole bunch of mind your business. And you just basically drop it on the griddle. It has about 20 to 25% fat content, and just start smashing it. Almost like an iron, and then you're gonna taper it out. You wanna get these nice crispy edges. So you're basically trying to get a patty that's smashed to about 10 inches round. You want all of that surface area to get nice and crispy. If you can see, we have all of that meat candy developing. At this point, you just wanna season it with salt, a little bit of pepper. We're gonna flip this guy over. And now, the undisputed burger cheese, American, on one side and on the catty corner, so that when we flip the burger, all right, the cheese is starting to melt. I'm gonna fold it over one time, just like this. And that is what's gonna turn into the Jucy-Lucy effect. Now the cheese is trapped in the patty, and we're gonna fold it over one more time. Ooh. We'll top it with one more piece of cheese. So you can see where the Ms. Known influence is coming from. You can see where the Herds influence is coming from. And there you have it. Dun, da, da, da! I present to you the flapper. Got pockets of cheese right there. If you give it a little squeeze, you can see all the cheese coming out. That's the Jucy-Lucy effect. You got all this beautiful Maillard beef candy hanging, flapping from the edge of the burger. Thousands of smash burgers later, this is what I come up with. Layers of meat, pockets of cheese. Let's see what you got, Kenji. You're up next.
All right, so Alvin, it looks like you made a burger that is all about crust and cheese pockets. What I'm trying to address is the contrast between crustiness and juiciness. So when you make a smash burger, it's really all about that Maillard reaction, about that browning and about that nice beef crust that you get on it. But you also lose some of the tender, juicy texture of a thicker pub-style burger. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna make a burger that addresses both those issues. And then on top of that, I was thinking, all right, the American cheese, that's another thing that some people have issue with. You know, I love American cheese because there's nothing that melts like it. So what I was thinking was, all right, how can I take that cheese element, but I'll actually boost the beef? What I'm essentially doing here is I'm gonna make beef cheese. And what I have here, so this is basically a beef demi-glace. This is like the kind of sauce that you would put on like a really fancy steak at a restaurant. This is like why fancy food is expensive, because there's like 5 pounds of beef bones reduced down to like a half cup of sauce here. American cheese is made with extra liquid and then a emulsifying salt. So in this case, I'm gonna be using sodium citrate. And what sodium citrate does is that it allows the cheese to remain emulsified even when it's melted. And this is just like a mild cheddar. So I'm gonna add about a teaspoon sodium citrate here. And then I'm just gonna start whisking in my cheese. This is like basically beef flavored nacho cheese dip now. So now I've got this plastic wrap on the bottom of a sheet tray like this. I'm just gonna pour my cheese mixture over it. I'm gonna run down and put this in the walk-in or in the fridge so that it can set up, and then I'll come right back and we can start making the actual burgers. I'm gonna make 2 different burger patties. So one, a juicy patty with a slice of beef cheese, and stacked on top of that, a smash patty. So I'm gonna start by doing the thicker burger. So this is gonna be like about a 4-ounce patty. The outside of a burger always cooks more than the middle does, which means that it constricts more. And so what happens is it kind of cinches up like a belt. So by forming it with a little bit of an indentation in the center, you make sure that that doesn't happen. A little bit of oil in the pan. I like to use a skillet that is, just bigger than the size of the burger, because you want that fat, or at least I want the fat to kind of pool up a little bit so that the burger is really cooking in its own fat there. And so for the smash patty, I'm going with about a little over 2 ounces of beef. All right, and while that rests, we're gonna take this back there. All right, so back here, I'm gonna start with my bun on the flat top, and I'm using just some of our garlic mayo here to toast the bun. The keys with toasting a bun is that you wanna really move it around, because that's what's gonna get you the nice even toast. So the key to a good smash burger is a dry griddle. You don't want any oil on there because you actually want the burger to stick at the beginning. For a long time, I had trouble with smash burgers sticking to the bottom of the spatula. So what we do now is we have these little sheets of parchment paper, give it a smash. And I smash like kind of around in a circle so that the edges spread out a little bit. And then this is the real key, a wallpaper scraper, which we get from the hardware store with a razor blade on it. So that's how you get those nice lacy edges here. All that stuff there. That's what we're looking for. All right, so we're gonna get this back on the other side, assemble our burger with our cheese. Okay, so I got my burgers, my cheese is all set. Finish off this burger by basting that cheese a little bit with the hot burger drippings to get it nice and melty. Stack our smash patty on top. And let's do one last slice of beef cheese on top of that. Give that guy a quick baste. Last swipe of mayo. I like laying like a nice little bed of stuff for the beef, because then, that way anything that drips out, it kind of seasons the toppings underneath and it makes sure it doesn't all slide around. All right. Again, with a burger, the smash burger, the browning that you're getting, so that's Maillard browning, right? It's a reaction that's named after a French scientist who discovered these reactions. What's happening essentially is that there's proteins and carbohydrates in the meat that break down, and so they start out as complex structures, and then they break down into basic building blocks, and then the heat triggers this sort of series of chemical reactions, like a cascade of reactions that forms hundreds of new flavor compounds, and that's why meat that's browned or bread that has a nice brown crust, when you toast your bread, it takes on a much more complex flavor because you're actually creating hundreds of new compounds that add complexity to that meat. All right, so we got our nice medium rare fat patty underneath, our layers of beef cheese, and then that crispy smash burger on top. Woo. I'm actually surprised at how good this is. This is the first time I actually made this to completion. In my head, it sounded good, but it tastes better than I even thought it would taste. And I don't know what we call this burger, the double joy, I don't know. So there you have it, folks. It's the Smashburger episode of The Burger Show, and we will see you next time.
What's up, everybody? Thank you for watching The Burger Show. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. If not for me, for the burgers. Thank you.